In your Principles of Digital Literacy class, there is going to be another website that you're going to use to complete some of your homework. I'm going to show you how to get to it. So this is the Moodle page for Principles of Digital Literacy class. And I'm going to scroll down to the list of weeks. I'm going to go to week 1. Okay, right, so here's week 1. And I'm looking for this link. So the website that you're going to be using is called Labyrinth. So you're just going to scroll on week 1 and look for this link right here. And it takes you to this website, and you're going to click on this tab right here, Fast Course. And then it gives you a breakdown chapter by chapter of your homeworks. So if we look at chapter 1, actually, let's start with chapter 2 here. So each chapter has an overview presentation, which you can click on and brings that up. And it's basically a set of slides, like a PowerPoint for a lecture. Kind of gives you an overview of what you're going to be learning about in that chapter. And then it also has these simulations on the right. They're called Websims. If you click on them, they walk you through like one of the skills for that chapter. And they have you click through the program through Outlook to learn those skills. Right, so I'm going to click on Start. It tells me to come over here, click on File, click Add Account, right, and so on. So there's a lot of these. They're not required. They're just a way of understanding and reinforcing the material. So you can kind of do whichever of these you want. You can pick and choose. And if you're done at any point, you can just X out. Right, so you'll see the chapters have a lot of these web simulations. The big thing that you will be doing is the self-assessment quizzes. Right, so if I click on self-assessment, I can click Start. And I'm just going to go through and answer the questions, right? So I can click Next, just put in an answer for each one, Next, right, and go through and do all of that. Once you've answered all the questions, you can click Submit. I'm just going to submit now. I haven't gone through all of them, but just for the sake of this video, I'm just going to submit them. After that, it'll tell you your score. Gives you the option to email your result to your instructor, which I'll show you in a second. But it also gives you the option to see which ones you got right and wrong and what the correct answers were. So if you get a really bad score here or just a score that you don't like, you have the option to look at the material, look at the answers, see what was the correct answer, and then go back and try the quiz again. And you can do the quiz as many times as you want before you send the instructor your results. Once you get a score that you do like, you can click on Email Result. You put in your name, your email, and the professor's email, and then click Yes, and it will send the instructor your results. If you need to find your instructor's email, it should probably just be on Moodle. Right, so if I just go back to the home page, right, so here's Professor Maina Quinn's email, if she's your instructor. Right, so you can go back over to your page and then put in her information there. Okay, and that is the basics of using these Websims and this website, and it all is correlated with this book right here. Right, so the chapters in this website are the same material as the chapters in this book. So it's important as you go along too to just make sure that, let me see here. Let's take a look at week 2. Right, so you'll see, for instance, this is week 2, that it'll specifically tell you to complete the self-assessment quiz, right? So here's chapter 2, and you have to complete the self-assessment quiz. So make sure that, especially when the syllabus or when Moodle tells you to do this, you're doing it and sending it to your instructor.